evening and good evening. Welcome to another episode of this week of the Upfront Mind, Body, and Soul podcast, where I'm your host, Dr. Michelle Bolden Hammond. And let me tell you, I am so excited with this crew that is here tonight. But we're going to tell you who we are, what we're going to do, and how are we here to aid those who are BIPOC practitioners, something that you can take you along in your way, something to help you as an aid to get you to your purpose, and all of that. I would like to introduce the UCBHP founders. Woo, 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 woo. So I am going to start with each one as how my screen is going through. I'm going to have them introduce themselves and who they are and what they do. And I'm first going to start with Miss Tanzania Nevels. Woo, woo.
I knew you was gonna pick me first, but that's okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Tanzania Nevels. I am. I call myself a wellness warrior, a wellness advocate. I've been doing this type of work probably over 15 years now. I just anything to do with natural medicine, holistic health, and well-being for our community. I'm about that. I'm about that life, making sure that we get information that can help us to live our best life. So I'm just happy to be here with you and look forward to the conversation.
And welcome, welcome, welcome. My next is Miss Lakeisha Willis.
Yep. Good evening, everybody. It's good to see you beautiful ladies again. So my name is Lakeisha Willis, of course. I'm a natural health practitioner and like she said, a wellness warrior. I've been on this journey since about 2017 and just learning and building, and it's good to be. I can't wait to tell you guys what we have in store for you. So
all right. Next, we're going to have Dr. Karen, who have seen Dr. Karen on her frequent flyer here at the Upfront Mind, Body, and Soul.
Hello, everyone. I am Karen, Dr. Ray, whatever you want to call me. I am a holistic health professional. I have all the certifications and degrees, but above all, I'm a cultural warrior, a cultural advocate, and a metaphysician. And I am a servant to my community. So that's
all right. And last but not least, we have our quiet one here. We have Dr. Jocelyn Harris.
All right, again, love and light, everyone. I am Dr. Jocelyn Harris. I'm host and wellness advocate, and I'm happy to be here.
Glad to have you. So, audience, what are we talking about here? It's something very important and special to us. As you heard each one of us say that we are wellness warriors. And what it is, the specialty is that we love to see wellness in our communities. And we know that there's a lot of stigma behind our community with certain things, if you're an herbalist and, different things. But that's why we got the United Council of BIPOC Practitioners right here with us. The formation of something that's accredited that can help you along in your process if you don't know how to go or where to go. So I want to first start with the question with Dr. Karen. So what inspired you to create this UCBHP, and what kind of gap do you see that it's going to fill for the holistic health field?
Well, the inspiration was that we, all of us as founding partners, we were tired of begging for a seat at the table. And so we decided to build our own table. Right. All of us on the call here tonight have different certifications and degrees and holistic modalities, and we're all very culturally relevant, right? We aspire to give reverence to our ancestors and to our history and our culture. And that component was missing in the accreditation bodies that currently exist. There are no accreditation bodies in the holistic health field that recognize who we are as a people and our lineage and what we do very specifically. And so we got frustrated with with begging for a seat at the table and begging people to validate our practice. So we decided to create our own body. And so UCBHP was born. All these dynamic sisters you see on the call tonight have wonderful skills, so gifted, so talented, and they have the passion and the purpose in their hearts and their spirits to fill that gap so that other people who look like us don't have to continue to beg people who don't look like us for permission and validation. So that's why UCBHP exists.
She just said a mouthful right there because he got tired. I don't know about the rest of the panel, but I know that's one of the things is I was getting tired of not being invited to the table. So that's what you do. You create your own table. So that is a true thing. So this question is going to go to everyone, and I'll start with my answer to it, and then I'll call on that. So how does this UCBHP mission tie into your personal journey as a holistic practitioner? Again, you look at, as when I started out with life coaching, you don't see too many of us in the life coaching field. I can remember when I started at like 15 years ago, you had a certain council, there was no people looking like us in those fields. So creating this for especially in people in the holistic field and people who are of color, this is very passionate of mine because, again, we're always the one that have the health disparities, right? We're always the ones at the top of the list. So whatever I can do to aid others in following this path, that is my reason why I'm part of this mission as well. Next, I'm going to go with Dr. Jocelyn. The same question for you.
Yes, Dr. Michelle, I completely agree. I mean, I have actually 2 certifications when it comes to health and wellness coaching, and they came from people that don't look like me, And so for me to come across HPOC, Holistic Professionals of Color, that was phenomenal for me because I'm like, oh my goodness, they're teaching me about me, actually, So it's really important to me because I can definitely see the difference in the what they're teaching me, what they're saying. It's definitely important that we look for accreditation from us because this is ours anyway, right? This is ours anyway. So it's really important that we get accredited by us.
Exactly. Lakeisha, the same question goes for you too.
Yeah, so personally, it's bridging that gap. So now we got the ancestral side of it, right? So we have all of that. And now our values won't be undermined. That's the main thing. Like everybody said, we don't have to go to other people of color. We have our own people of color where we can bridge that gap now. So I got somebody, or you'll have somebody, anybody can have somebody that looking like them and accept those ancestral practices. So that's one of the things I love about it. And I'm stop right there because I don't want to keep talking so much.
All right, Tanzania.
For me, being a part of UCBHP personally, I think it affirms to me that these practices are legit, like, that they are sacred, that they are holy, that, I'm in alignment with my ancestors. And it also gives me, a chance to be with like-minded people. It gives me a chance to be on the same journey that other holistic healers and practitioners are on, so that we can collaborate together, we can teach one another, we can mentor one another. And to me, that's very important that we work together as a community. And so being able to be a part of this initiative, it aligns with my own spiritual path of community, of health and healing and wellness, so yeah.
And Dr. Karen, the same question for you.
Ooh, it's been a struggle my whole life, my whole journey in this field, because, we've all been through schools that weren't run by us. And as I'm getting my certifications and I'm writing papers and I'm talking to professors and teachers, I'm having constant battles, constant arguments, constant disagreements, begging them to accept my paper because the premise I include in my papers include ancestral wisdom, right? And holistic health that came down from my lineage. They don't want to approve those. They tell me, nope, you can't do that. That doesn't qualify. That's not holistic health. That's not medical. That's not scientific. All these words they kept kicking back to me. So I'm constantly fighting, and I'm a little scrappy in those classrooms. So I'm just fighting all the time. I got tired of fighting. And then on the other side, you're fighting with these people, and they're doing the same thing that we're doing. It. They've colonized it, reframed it, renamed it, and then don't want to accept where it originally came from.
Right.
That pisses me off.
Right.
Yeah.
It pissed me off when I was in school. It pisses me off to this day. And so that aligns with my journey completely, because now you have somebody who understands that. Now you have an accreditation body who gets it. You don't have to fight with us about begging us to include your ancestral wisdom, what your grandmama and them taught you. We got you at UCBHP.
Right on.
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's a whole thing, because so many of my papers have been turned away. About, especially, and again, I like to say thank you for that, the trip for Oakland. So many of my papers was turned away when I talked about, the WIC program. Basically, the WIC program, that's all of this, but they made it taught us in school that, the Black Panthers, they were so bad, they didn't contribute to nothing. They was just this rowdy group. But basically, most of the social programs started by them. Like, really? Like, over 800 and some programs, to be exact. So I'm like, so this is why UCBHP is here, not only for that, but to get the truth out, to actually, again, Keisha, I'm glad that you brought out about your ancestral wisdom. Yeah, I said the ancestors, because a lot of that has been passed down. Just think about it. The stuff that you hear today, so this, for instance, I, a couple weeks ago, remember going picking berries outside in Nunner Y. So now I'm like, okay, now I hear you talking. Now that was just my setup for where I'm at today. So that's the kind of stuff that you need to take to part that is in your DNA, to be this person that you're supposed to be, because that's ancestral wisdom. And being a part of a group like this will help you prosper, especially if you don't know, but there's so many things, and we'll get more into that is associated with that. So to the audience, I want you to know that, as you say, you bring your seat to the table, but there was work being done. Guys, wasn't it work being done? Policies, putting things into place, making sure that it all aligned up. We worked hard. We worked really hard on this.
Almost a year. It took almost a year to get everything.
Absolutely.
Almost a year, and just launching last month. So that's a powerful thing. Give ourselves a hand. Yeah, give ourselves a hand, because
can I just interject and say, it was a lot of work, but it was a lot of learning too.
Yes.
It was a lot of learning on our part from each other, learning the way that we work together. It was a lot of just learning about the process of putting together an accredited agency, which, this is new for us. We've never done this before, but we had a passion for this. We wanted to bring this into fruition for our community. So we stuck with that, through ups, through downs, through disagreements, whatever. But we had our eye, as they say, on the prize, and we focused in on what this could mean for our community. So I know that the process for me, I learned a whole lot about myself and just about creating this entity,
Yes. Accredited. Let's say that, accredited entity.
Accredited entity.
Accredited entity. This is just not something to talk about, but this is something that is here. So one of the things that we talked about in an establishing with this group, the core values. So that's something that we want to talk into, what guided values, core values that you interrupt. So I'll start with my question with that answer is just the point of having empathy. Having the empathy and the integrity. Because again, you coming to us, and we also want you to have the same empathy and integrity. So looking at the skill sets, every one of us here have diverse skill sets, right? But each empathy, each area, what you bring to us that is also you're representing us, because that's a seal that you're getting, right?
Mhm.
So talking
Yep.
about empathy, but also the integrity. That was the core values that, that's not only, but there's more. So Lakeisha, for you.
So one of my favorite ones is the cultural respect. So anybody that has any practitioner that comes with, we make sure that they understand the cultural respect of, like we talking about the ancestral wisdom, but just our cultural respect. So that was one of my favorite ones. Plus, the one thing that we do different from the westernized people is we show more empathy as well. So everything doesn't have to be perfect, but you do have to have that cultural respect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
most definitely.
That's true.
Tanzania.
Well, I guess I'll kind of piggyback off what, I'm big on integrity and truth and balance. So being
Mhm.
able to be um, be truthful and be in balance about what we're doing and what we have to offer, and making sure that we, as a accredited entity, that we are protecting our lineage, protecting our ways, our practices, our language, all of our culture. So that's really important to me, is to do everything with integrity, to meet our people with integrity and honesty, and to help to support them in those areas.
Mhm.
Exactly. Dr. Jocelyn, same for you.
Yeah, I would say definitely integrity as well. That's important to me. But I'm going to also add accessibility and accountability, because accountability is actually, they say, your love language. Well, my love language is accountability. And to me, that's
Yeah.
really important to UCBHP, that we hold
Right.
everyone accountable as well as ourselves as the founders.
Yes, yes. And Dr. Karen, last question for you.
I think I'm going to say I second what everybody else said, but I'm going to also add to that being spirit led. I think that when
Yeah.
you compare what we're doing against what they've done, is that there's no spirit. It's spiritless. And when you don't have the
Mm.
spirit in it, you lose a lot of everything everybody just talked about. There's no integrity, there's no accountability, there's no heart there. All that's missing when you don't have the spirit in it. So for me, one of the core values is that we have spirit in our doctrine, and that guides us throughout the rest of our practice.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So the next question I have is based upon, so viewers, you may be saying to yourself, well, what is this all about? And okay, I've been doing holistic practice for so and so many years. Um, I'm new to this. I'm not really new to this, but if you are new to this, so Dr. Karen, what should new practitioners know before seeking accreditation?
Oh goodness gracious! They should know that they have gone through formalized training. Doesn't have to be westernized. Doesn't have to be licensed. Doesn't have to be a gate kept program. Doesn't have to be United States Department of Education accredited. But you've gone through some type of formalized training, right? Even if it was your grandmama who trained you, you have to prove to us that you are qualified, right? Because holistic health is highly unregulated. Anybody can call themselves an herbalist or whatever, right? And so with UCBHP, we want to make sure that you've done the study, you've done the work, right? You've gone through some type of program, formal education or informal education, to prove that you are who you say you are and you can do what you say you can do, right? So first off, know that you need to have the paperwork when you come into UCBHP. And then also you need to know that we are highly ancestral based. I don't know how else to say it. Maybe
Mhm.
somebody else can say it better than I can, but I believe one of the reasons health disparities exist the way they do is because we've removed spirit from our protocols, right? And
Mhm.
so without being
Mhm.
holistic, including the mind, body, soul, spirit in your health, you're
Mhm.
going to suffer physically as well as in other areas. And so you have to understand that completely. Spirit, again, is a big part of that. So don't come to UCBHP if you don't understand those. This is me talking. You can understand those foundational principles.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'll get on a soapbox. I'm gonna shut up.
It's all right. It's the truth. It's the truth.
It's the whole truth and nothing. Let me get
Nothing
the
but the
gavel.
truth.
Let me get the
Well, that's
gavel.
true.
Let me get the gavel. So, hey, that's it. I would say for the new practitioners, in the fact that you feel as though you just might need that little inkling, And we can help you with that too, because we could tell you to go to HPOC University and pick up to get some certifications. So if you that person just think you need that, that'll be one way. And hey, we know you can get in UCBHP, and still there's qualifications though. Like she said, we're gonna review it. We're gonna make sure you know what you know, because it's just not gonna be. And hint hint, it's with the specialty that you put. Now you can have many trios of practices, because each one of us on here, we dabble in a little bit of everything, but what specifically that you want to get your your accreditation, your stamp of seal of approval, you will that have to be notified. Now there'll be different levels for you, and we'll talk about that before we're in, to end the show. So the next question we talked about, we have dipped into about cultural heritage and ancestral practices. How, as we are the founders, how do we take this and we ensure that the cultural heritage and ancestral practices are going to be respected within the accreditation process? And I'll start with Tanzania with that one.
That's a really good question. I knew you was going to throw me out there. Well, I think that it has to be, I think Jocelyn said it too. It has to be rooted in accountability. It has to be, I think for practitioners, it's not just about the hours that you have logged or all the different credentials that you have, but it's deeper than that. I think it's you have to be connected to, and I love when Ray says that it's the ancestral spirit-led part. You have to be connected to that to understand and to know why you're doing what you're doing, and that's how you're able to ensure that the cultural heritage and practices will be upheld. When you know your own why, and you know that you're connected to your ancestors and to your lineage, then you'll know the ancestors gonna tell you. They're gonna tell you, hey, don't, move this way, move that way. So you'll be connected, and how to move, when to move, and you'll know your why.
Yeah, most
Exactly.
definitely. Jocelyn, Dr. Jocelyn, for you too, that question.
Yeah, so basically what we do is we honor our indigenous knowledge systems while ensuring safety, ethics, and transparency. So basically we have a review board of elders, of culture bearers, of practitioners. We have a diverse background of people that will review these applications. So I believe that also helps us with, making sure that the accreditations are valid and the people that are chosen are accountable, are ethical, have integrity, and all of the things that we believe in.
Yeah. Lakeisha, the same for you.
Yes, pretty much the same as she said. We're gonna make sure we have look through the programs, get our cultural advisors, as she said, and make sure that they're honoring the traditions. That's how we keep everything straight.
Yeah. So, as the cultural heritage portion too, because again, supposing, I will just say, as for me, I'm doing teas, to make sure that your recipes, if that's been passed down from grandma, you make sure that that's the rate that grandma gave you to go. Don't be out here taking your stuff and saying it's really what it is and it's really not. So that's another thing that you look at, because even that with your products, how you sell, those are some things as a new person, though it's going to be your everything. It's your whole plan that'll be looking at, that UCBHP account will be looking at. And again, as Dr. Jocelyn said, it's the integrity, the ethical standards, all of that. So you're just not saying that this is the tea, it is not really the tea.
It's the tea, but not really the tea. Okay.
Or this is the anointing oil, but then yet it's water. So
Right.
that's what we're saying. We're talking about upholding, or for instance, for my indigenous people, your custom may require, there's certain ceremonies. So if you're going in doing a certain ceremony for someone who is from India, just to say, you're going to have to honor those practices. So, if that's what you're here for, as you're a minister under that, if that's what you're supposed to do, know your balance and know that you're not discriminating just because of that as well. So that's how I feel on
and
that.
you can't chat GPT your way into the UCBHP. Doing that.
I say.
Okay, now look, now the ball is rolling. So look, we're almost to the end of this show, but I will say to each one of us, how do we envision how UCBHP is going to impact? And I know we're going to move forward. I know that this thing going to go global. I just feel global myself. I'm just like, somebody might call us tomorrow. I'm putting it in the atmosphere.
Put it out there.
Especially for wellness, because here's the thing. I will say that the universe is lining up for us.
Right.
The universe is lining up for us because it's a lot going on. People don't have no direction, especially when it comes down to their health. Like Dr. Ray said, and you can go on TikTok, everybody's this wellness thing, but you want to be sealed with the great accreditation, not off the mouth say, but make sure that you have the great accreditation behind it. Right. So I would say in the community for the 5 to next to 10 years, I'm looking at a whole lot. And it's just not just with practitioners. We're in the practitioner phase now. So we got something we're going to tell you that's going to be coming up and where you can go. But down the line, this will be universities. These will be schools, because schools, they need that cultural report, right? So schools, university, how you partnership with community places. This is where I see this going to. Anybody else want to chime in? Lakeisha.
Sure. So what I see UCBHP doing is actually, like you said, get with the schools and everything. But I'm taking me, for example, as a practitioner, I'll be having accreditation, right? So I'll be able to go into a hospital eventually with my accreditation and have my own wellness practice. We're going to bridge that gap from the westernized to the ancestral, so we can be having our own practices in hospitals. This is where I see UCBHP taking off in the next 5 to 10 years. And I feel like we're going to be the ones that bridge that.
Yeah. I agree with that because, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say that, I was thinking along the same lines, Lakeisha, that, in 5 to 10 years, normalizing. Because know that holistic health was always frowned upon. Of course, it was colonized, it was demonized, it was nice. It was all the nice. But being able to normalize holistic health right alongside, or in some cases above, Western medicine, to be able to say, oh, I understand. Yeah, let's look at the holistic first, because we're not alternative. We are original. We are original. So to be able to normalize holistic health in any setting, that whatever is going on with our community, we're going to look there first. Let's look at the whole person. Let's look at, your mind, your body, and your spirit, and what's going on. Let's pull out some of the ancestral practices and the transformative practices that our ancestors used to be able to help you. So that's why I see us being normal. It's not going to be trying to speak in hushed tones about holistic health. We're going to be able to speak boldly about, hey, let me tell you, take these tinctures, take this herb over here, and it's gonna be just as natural as people going to the hospital or going to their PCP or going anywhere. They're gonna be coming to us too. So
we'll be the new primary care.
Thank you, girl.
The doctors of the future.
I look. I listen to what I was sitting here saying. Says everybody getting fired at the CDC. CDC removing UCBHP.
Exactly.
Yes. Come on over to UCBHP. If you done got CDC, oh my God, see? You see how we be clowning? We be
and
clowning.
I take all insurance.
Yeah.
Every insurance. I don't care.
Jocelyn, the same question go for you. See, we have fun too. It's all about having fun too.
No, I was just going to say the same sentiments. Yeah, I was just going to say the same sentiments. Basically, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, basically our goal is to build generational sustainability, right? Within a BIPOC holistic wellness community. That's basically what we're looking to do in a nutshell.
And Dr. Karen, your last sentiments.
5 to 10 years. Well, let me say this. Every industry has a hierarchy. And there's always an organization at the top that's in control of the narrative of what happens in that field, right?
Yes.
UCBHP will be the voice of authority. We already are the voice of authority for ancestrally respected BIPOC holistic health practices. Right. 5 to 10 years from now, we will be the organization, the accreditation body that everybody comes to when they're looking for qualified, skilled BIPOC practitioners who pay reverence to their ancestors, who have gone through some type of a training program, who know holistic health. We will be that body, and the whole world will come to us looking for qualified people. Not 5 to 10 years from now, tomorrow, next week.
Hey,
speaking on shit. Speaking on that, look, we have something that we want to gather for you because look, right now we're having a hot deal, a fire hot deal that's running till the end of this month that you want to grab onto. And this is where you're going to want to go. Bam! Bam! So, Lakeisha, do you want to round up and tell them what is the special that's going on until the end of this month? Now, you got till 11:59, 10:31. Now, you wait till 12:01, you're going to get the next price.
Okay. So this awesome special is not $1,099. It's not $599. You can get this at a whopping $125. Your accreditation, and that is special. And we're gonna make sure you get your seal of approval for $125, October 31st.
And you're gonna get a nice little pin for joining on. Nice little tree, because you part of the tree. We got a lot of branches that's coming through that tree to do some uprooting of our community. And we got it all ready for you. But guess what? That 125 get how many years? Wait a minute. How many years do you get for that, ma'am? 2 years. I pay that for more than that for my license and what I did and anything else. Come on.
Yep.
So you're getting a seal and you getting accreditation with the approval. Let me say that, because just saying you got there's some pathways you got to cross to get the seal, because this is a very nice seal.
And unlike traditional accreditation bodies, because we are truly holistic and because we are truly spirit-led, you get so many other benefits. You don't just get a little certificate and put it on the wall and you're done. You don't hear from us anymore. We have training, we have resources. We're going to keep you abreast of all the newest, latest, greatest research. You get so many benefits by being a member of UCBHP.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
So
act
there you
now.
go.
Yes.
Which is
So act now. Yes.
again,
Can I
you
get a
got
yes?
till 10:31, 11:59, 12:01. You been you going up to the next.
Oh, you can still get it. They can still get it at
get it.
1201, but it's gonna be $250.
There you
So,
go.
You
That's
still
what I'm
get it.
talking about.
We still not gonna turn you away. But if you want it now at that price, then you have to get it before 11:59, October 31st.
There it is.
Bricks are free.
Yeah.
And look, everyone. Look, for the audience, you want to know what the seal look like?
Bam!
Oh,
Bam!
right.
That is the seal right there. That's what you're gonna get.
Mhm.
A nice, because look, that's our culture.
Mhm.
United Council of BIPOC Holistic Practitioners, the UCBHP,
HP.
is where you want to be.
Yeah, you know me.
And y'all know. Y'all please come and join us, because we love to have fun. We do. And we're gonna enjoy this ride together. Yes,
And can we just also add on that you don't have to be in the BIPOC community to get accredited by us.
You
In
don't.
fact, if you're not a member of the BIPOC community, but you're participating in our practices, you need to carry your little self over to our website and get accredited, because we're going to make sure you're not out here doing the wrong things, trying to gatekeep our practices. So please don't think it's just for us. It's created by us to respect us. But if you're practicing, doing our practices, you need to get accredited by us. So get your little self, little non-BIPOC self over to the website and get accredited.
Get culturally relevant, because I'll just give a good scenario. You go to the diabetic doctor, right? And you go there to the doctor, and the first thing, stop telling people, oh, well, it's in your genes, it's in your blood. Treat them. Tell them what's the necessary thing to do. So that's what we're saying. If you're dealing with the population where you see the disparity, we're not talking about your anti-medicine or anything like that, but treat them and know what the story is behind it. Well, what grandmom used to do. So how can you change that? It's a way of cultivating, to tell the culture how that can be a difference. It can be a change and a difference. It's all about a mindset change. Don't say here, oh well, okay, then that's it. Be culturally relevant of the reasons why. So that's what we're saying outside of that, especially if you're dealing with diverse cultures and stuff in your work. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are, because some people don't have the culture. That's just the aspect of I'll check you off, yeah, bye. But that's just what we're saying too. So again, any last words, ladies, before we end this nice show? Again, I want to say thank you for sharing the space. Thank you, my co-founders and founders.
Thank
It
you.
has been a blast.
Thank you.
Michelle, you're a beautiful host. Appreciate you.
Oh,
Thank you for having us.
so welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
This is not to be the last time that you guys will be here. So we'll pick around another time.
Okay.
Oh, did it freeze?
Anybody?
Oh.
I was frozen for a second.
I think you froze up for a second. So
me too.
Anybody?
Okay.
Anybody?
I think I'll leave this. You can say you are certified. Instead of saying I'm certified, you say I am accredited by this wonderful organization called UCBHP, who is culturally relevant and is protecting and reclaiming our ancestral holistic practices. And I think, just think about that. Sometimes we say, I'm certified, but when you say I'm accredited,
Right.
that puts you in a whole different league. So just think about that.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Absolutely. You're accredited, and you're gonna be with a movement, a whole complete different movement, creating a legacy.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
You'll be amongst people who are dedicated to protecting and preserving our cultural traditions. They always try to erase us. They've tried time and time again. We're not going to let that happen. We're not going to let it happen anymore. So we're going to make sure we protect and preserve and validate our practices.
Yes.
I
Yes,
said.
I agree. And also keep in mind, you also gain access to mentorship opportunities, um, sponsorships, community like minded healers. So you'll be around people just like you, your tribe. I know for me, it took me a while. Like, where is my tribe? So this is definitely a way for people that are in areas where you have a hard time finding your tribe. You can come together and because we're your tribe.
Yeah, we're your tribe. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. With an overload of expertise and experience that'll help you do well.
Yeah.
There you go. An overload of expertise and, to help you do well and excel. And also this can grow your business.
Yep.
Hey, business is business. When you say you're accredited, more people want to fool with you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing. I'll leave with that one. Dr. Ray.
There's so much wisdom just with the founding partners, right? Everybody that's a founding partner started their journeys long before there was an Instagram or TikTok or any. So we didn't have ChatGPT to cheat on our recipes. We didn't have an Instagram influencer to follow that was telling us everything. We were in the trenches. We really learned this from our ancestors, from our elders. Like, we really took the time to study this and learn this. So you're gifted. You're gifted with the presence of people who actually went through it, tried and true, not fly by night, not trending, really went through the trenches. And so that's a gift that you get with this board. So it's amazing.
So again, audience, there is the information for those who are practitioners who are thinking about, I want to go to the next level. I want to scale up. I want to scale up my practice. This is where you can go. And right now, until the end of October the 31st, 11:59, you can get the special for $125. You still can join after 12 o'clock, but it will be $250 for that. So again, audience, I want to say thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you, my founder sisters. Thank you so much. And as you know, I always leave with a mantra as we leave out on the show tonight. One of my biggest things that I always say, live with your wellness, live with your wellness, and let your wellness outlive you.
Yes.
Hey, so until next week, we will see you. Please, please, please take a look at the UACP, because as my DJ roll out, did you down with UCBHP?
Yeah, you know me.
All right, until next week, have a great one.
All right.